Guys ready to rock? Well, happy Monday, guys. As always, great to see you. Thank you, Jesus, for another day of life. Thank you, Jesus, for the victory, man. Proud of our guys continuing to stay in the fight and keep getting better, man. Proud of our team. And obviously it was not perfect on Saturday. I mean, we're down 14-0. We dropped the kickoff. They're going down on the 2 or 3 yard line to make it 21-0. Obviously, I don't think you can find a way to start a game maybe worse than we did. Missed a fake field goal, a bunch of different stuff that either self-inflicted negatives, we call them sins, or things they did to attack us. We didn't start fast, but I mean being able to go from that starting point to end the game on a 42-7 run is a testament to these kids, and I'm proud of them. Proud of how they responded. It was a big point of emphasis going into last week was just our response. It's always next play. You're up big, it's still the next play. Something bad happens, it's still the next play. Like football is all about how you respond. And even thinking about after the game, I mean, like it says in the Bible, do not have a spirit of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. And keeping that mentality throughout a game is hard. And I saw it on our team. Like they never flinched. And even when things did not go well, I mean, even the second half, I mean, we started out defensively and they drive, I think, 97 yards for a touchdown. So it's not like it was all rainbows and butterflies after a certain point. That's a really good football team we played. I mean, Coach Niamatolo has done a great job in all 3 phases, so we knew we were going to be attacked. And but I'm so proud of our guys responding and staying in the fight. They kept swinging. They made the plays they should make, and we stayed on the hunt. And I think our guys deserve all the credit, and it's a testament to how they work. I think Maddox Madsen played one of his, if not his best game all season. And especially coming off a game where he was inconsistent against Nevada. I mean, he played extremely well on Saturday. We were able to get the ball to 10 different receivers. Latrell Cables had big-time catches in the game. Cam Camper. Chase Penry had a third-down catch. Austin Bolt, big-time third-down catch. Matt Lauder, touchdown. Matt Wagner, I mean, I can keep going down the line, being able to find the ways to get our playmakers the ball, and he did that. Ashton Genty, continues to be the best football player in the country. And testament to our O-line, Coach Keene, Coach Potter, I mean, finding ways, rotating guys, moving guys around, and staying consistent in the run game and the pass game, even with injuries on our O-line, is a testament to our guys, testament to leadership in that group. And this is week 12 or 13 of the season, played 10 games, I mean, everybody's banged up. Our fronts are banged up just like everybody we play, and our guys stepping up and doing what we need to do to win games is a testament to those guys. Defensively, going in the game, we knew how we were going to be attacked. We knew they had the best receiver in the country. And I went and found Nick Nash after the game. I mean, that young man is phenomenal. I mean, I knew that going in, but seeing how he competed, some of the catches he made was big time. Number 11 Lockhart had some big time catches against it. We give up a bunch of yards passing. There's a lot of things that we need to fix and clean up. A lot of it due to techniques, and we got to make plays. I mean, we're in position a lot of times that we didn't finish, but proud of our guys staying in the fight. And it's not always going to be perfect. You got to find ways to stay in the fight, keep swinging. We gave up some third downs that we did, but we stayed in the fight. We were able to create 4 turnovers the first time this season, which is a monster stat in this game. And proud of our guys. I mean, even playing out of position. Amari McCoy played out of position. We put a lot on his plate. He had 11 tackles. Had some things that he did really well in that game. Ty Benefield started a little bit slow. Had one of his better games too, only to name a few. And so just proud of our guys continue to hunt and play. And even with, Alexander Tubner out, Andrew Simpson out, guys stepped up. Shea Oladipo played a really good football game. Marco Notarini played the entire game on 2 special teams, played the whole game on defense, an absolute warrior. And Marco played well in the game. So guys stepped up. It's carry the flag. Next man up. It's, game 10. And proud of our guys doing that. Special teams-wise, obviously had the fumble on kickoff return. Can't happen. I mean, it's a huge play in the game. We got to play with way better ball security. Yes, he was hit a little bit. The ball dang near just falls out. Cannot happen. But I'm proud of our guys responding from that. We missed the fake field goal. I called it and would do it again. Wouldn't do it if I knew it wouldn't work. Let me be the first to say that. But we want to be on the attack in all 3 phases. And we're going to continue to find ways to fake on field goal and punt. We have to. We got to keep people off balance. But we were able to do some better things in our coverage units. We only punted the ball, I think, 1 time, and it was a good punt by James. We covered it well. Kickoff, we had a couple explosives by us, tackling it inside the 20, and then we gave up a big one that we misfit. So there's some inconsistencies we got to work on there too. So in all 3 phases, man, testament to our players and our coaches. They never flinched. We got to start better than we did. Our a rocket science to say that, but I'm proud of our guys finishing the game, staying in the fight. And that was and I told our leadership, I met with our leadership prior to media, that's one of the best sidelines that we've had all season. I mean, never flinched, stayed in it, encouraging each other, even when things are not going our way, stayed in it. And we're going to be able to rely on that. I mean, this is a battle-tested team. And I know that. I've seen that. I'm proud of them for it and excited to continue to learn and grow.
The turnovers, particularly interceptions. I mean, earlier in the year, they weren't coming. And just how happy are you with the way they've come along as the season's gone on?
I mean, it's championship football. And turnover margin is a huge part out of that. I mean, those turnovers are one of the main reasons we win that football game. And we're getting them now. And now we got to stay on it. We're practicing them. We're practicing it better. Now we got to continue we're getting them in games. Now we're going to need those every single game we play in. And so I'm excited about where we're heading in regards to creating takeaways, and we're protecting the football on offense, which is a huge part.
Special teams, I mean, you guys stretched the budget to go get Stacey Collins and made the largest commitment ever for a non-coordinator here.
Yep.
And obviously the results haven't really equaled probably what you thought they would to this point. I know it's a lot more than just Stacey Collins. What is going into some of the struggles? Because for decades around here, that's been a strength of this team.
Yeah, no doubt, BJ. I mean, and let me first start by saying, I mean, it's not my opinion. I believe Coach Collins is one of the best special teams coordinators in the country. I believe that when we hired him, and I believe that now through 10 games. We have played very inconsistent on special teams, and it's not to the standard. It's not just me saying that. I know Coach Collins would say that as well. We gotta find guys in all four of our units. They got to make the plays they should make. If you're a 2 on kickoff and we need you to spill the first thing that comes to you, we need to spill. That's on us as coaches, though, too. Me, Coach Collins. It's not on the young men. We got to find guys that can get it done, and we've been very inconsistent. I'm not trying to run from it either, BJ. Like we have to be better because how we've played on special teams will lose us football games if we don't get it fixed. But I'm unwavering in how much I believe in Coach Collins, our special teams unit, our players, our specialists. We've got more than enough in regards to specialists. We need to kick the ball better. There's some times in the game where we wanted to kick it left, and we didn't kick it that way. So I got to work to get it fixed. Just because you win the game, we don't ever leave a game like, oh, it's great, we won the game. No, there's a lot of stuff on that tape that, BJ, we got to get fixed. And in all three phases, but especially on special teams, we got to be more consistent, and we can't lose the field position battle like we have, and we for sure cannot give the ball away like we did.
The answer was in that answer there, but I don't know if I've ever seen you guys use, while everybody's healthy, I don't know if I've ever seen you guys use 3 different guys on kickoff as the kicker.
Yeah.
What kind of, what's the thought process there?
Yeah, Jay. I mean, we've had consistent issues kicking the ball where we need to on kickoff, and kicking it not only to create touchbacks was obviously the goal, but even in regards to location. And we are every week in practice is a competition. Even during a game, if it's not what it should be, we're going to make moves. Because everything here at Boise State is earned, and if we can't get that done consistently from kick location, we're going to make changes. And that's just the reality where it is. We got to, and I tell our staff, we have more than enough. I believe in our specialists. I know we have more than enough. We got to find guys that consistently kick the ball where it needs to and create more touchbacks than we have. Hasn't been consistent enough. And even in regards to punt-wise, I believe in James, and James is a big-time punter. We got to get some of the hang time and some of the location better there too. So there's a lot of things we got to grow in. Jonah's got to make that field goal. That's who he is. I believe in him, and games on the line, we're putting Jonah Dalmas out there to kick it. Needs to make those kicks, and there's no one more excited to make sure he does than himself. That's what you love about Jonah. He's a huge leader on our team. But in all parts of our special teams, we got to be better. Starting with me, starting in how we coach it, guys on all those units from the specialists to guys that are covering or guys that are blocking, because it's been way too inconsistent, and you lose football games in November, December if we don't play better on special teams.
So you're saying, like, for example, Spencer, on a kickoff, the ball's supposed to go left, so the coverage is going left, but when the ball goes right and the coverage is going left, all of a sudden that gives up a big splash play. It's as simple as that.
It's pretty much as simple as that, Johnny. Now, we also got 11 guys that got to have some awareness on where the return's going and make plays. And on one of the big returns on Saturday, missed him 3 times in regards to a tackle. He made a big-time tackle on the sideline, or else that thing had a shot to go the distance. So we got to be better. We got to be better. Once again, I do not put that on our players. That's on us as coaches. That's on me, first and foremost, as the head coach, and on Stacey Collins as special teams coordinator. But we got to get it fixed.
With all that being said, Dylan, you replaced your kickoff return guy, and Dylan had a big return in the second half. And then maybe the first kickoff of the second half too Was that by design or luck of the bounce, or what happened with that one?
The ball rolls in weird ways sometimes, Jay. I would love to sit up here and say that we planned that. We did not. And I'm glad that it bounced out the 2-yard line. I'll leave it at that. But Dylan Riley, not only his big-time kickoff return, and especially recovering from, a week prior, we dropped one. And him coming out, trusting him, he catches it, explosive return all the way out to the 38. And if he breaks that one tackle, he might be gone. But what someone maybe doesn't see is he played his tail off on kickoff too. He was the first one down. That young man can fly. And playing running back, he had a big-time tackle inside the 20 on kickoff, an explosive play for our kickoff unit. So very proud of Dylan Riley. He's going to be not only a really good running back for us in the future, he's going to be a big-time player on special teams.
On those kickoff, would you prefer just a touchback every time?
Every time, BJ.
Okay.
I want it every single time if we can get it done. We haven't been able to get it done. And we got to find ways, and no one's going to feel sorry for us, and that's just the reality of what we got. And so we're going to find ways every week to kick it out of the end zone. If we can't, we got to be intentional to make sure we can cover these kicks down.
Dumb question. Is that just finding someone with a strong enough leg to kick it that deep, or is there wind? Is there other stuff involved? Or?
Absolutely. And I promise you we will work to get that fixed.
What was Marco Notriani's week last week, preparing for this game? And it's not like he went from 0 to 100, but it was probably like 55 to 100.
Yeah.
Wearing the green dot, playing every single snap.
Yep.
What was his week like last week?
Guys, Marco is an absolute warrior. And one of the top leaders on our team. I've been very open with you guys about how he preps and how he gets himself ready to play a game. If that means he's going to play 5 snaps or 70, he's going to prep the same way because that's just who he is, Jay. That's who he is as a competitor. That's how much he cares about his team and the standard he holds himself to. No one's shocked that he's also, one of the best students on our team too, because how he does one thing is how he does everything. And he went into that game, and we knew going in, if Drew wasn't able to play, which was a game-time decision, and he wasn't, that Marco be ready to play every snap, and he never flinched. He started on punt, started on kickoff, was backing up in multiple other special teams, played whatever the total number of snaps on defense, and was relentless. There wasn't one snap on defense that you watch, you're like, Marco's getting tired here. Not one. He's relentless. That's how he preps. That's how he gets his body ready. And Marco's an absolute warrior.
Said, I don't know how long Drew will be out for, but how much do you need Clay and Jake to really step up and be ready?
Yeah, it's that point in the season. Everybody needs to be ready to step up. And it's next man up, carry the flag. And so hopefully Drew will be ready to roll this week. I know he's excited to hopefully be back, but everybody's got to be ready. It could be before the game. Stuff happens in game too. We play a violent game, and it's next man up.
Next man up, but when you were out with Tubner and you're without Simpson, 2 of the better defensive players in the league. Just how big of a deal was that to try to play without those 2 guys? Yeah,
BJ, it's huge. And it's something every year going into a season from spring ball to fall camp to recruiting. You're trying to build, obviously get your best 11 starters in both phases. But as important to make sure your depth is where it needs to be for the long haul, not in weeks 1 through 3 when you get to game 9, game 10, game 11. And so we worked our tail off to do so. Is there a drop-off from starters to who's the number 2? There always is. That's why you have a starter and why you have someone that is the backup. But I'm proud of how our guys have gotten better as the year has gone on, BJ. But going into a game, especially playing the offense we did, down 2 of our starters, we knew that was something we had to overcome. And guys stepped up, and I'm proud of how they did. And it's going to be something we got to continue to work through as the season goes.
What is Wyoming like this year? They have a new coach. He was on the staff. What are their strengths? What concerns you most about them?
Yeah, Bob. So I was able to obviously knew Jay Savell from afar as a defensive coordinator, think very highly of him as a defensive coach. And then being able to be around him at some of these, Mountain West meetings and stuff, very impressed with Jay. Not only just in his mentality, but how he goes about his business. And so got the utmost respect for him, have the utmost respect for the Wyoming Cowboys. Since I've been here, we played them every year, and it's been just battle after battle after battle against those guys. And we know it's going to be no different Saturday. And regardless what their record is, we know we're going to get their absolute best because they got really good coaches and they got really good players too. That's what I tell our team. I mean, watch Wyoming when they're playing the bit. Watch Wyoming when they score almost 50 points against New Mexico, who a week later beats Washington State. We're going to watch those games because that's the Wyoming we're going to see. We know they're going to be defensively. I think they're returning 9 starters from a really good defense last year. Their linebacker, number 43, one of the best defensive players in our conference. They're going to be very well coached. They're very sound. They're one of the best defenses on third down. I think they lead our conference in third down defense, so they're going to do a really good job there. They're going to be well coached. Offensively, with the new offensive coordinator, they've really found their identity. They got a redshirt freshman quarterback in Caden Anderson who's really good. He's not only good now, he's going to be really good in the future. They got an NFL tight end. They're always going to be really good up front, and they've got receivers to make you miss. I think they got 2 really good running backs, which you always feel Wyoming's going to have. They got 2 really good running back. One, number 4, was hurt for a little bit. He's back, playing really well. So, and we know they're going to be very sound on special teams. So in all 3 phases, we're going down to Laramie. Who knows what the weather's going to be? You're playing at elevation, all these things. We know it's going to be a battle. That's how it's always been. Last time we played there in 22, it was a 2-minute drive interception to a fumble in 4 minutes to where they have the ball going in to win the game before overtime. I mean, we know the battles we've had with the Wyoming Cowboys. We have the utmost respect for them, and we know they're going to be ready. Now it's our job as coaches and as players to make sure we work our tail off to play our best on Saturday. And that's the goal every single week and that's what I ask our team. Did we just play our best football? And if the answer is no, why? How can we get it fixed to make sure we play our best football game 11? Because November's the compete month. I mean, you see it across college football. I mean, I know my man BJ Raines is fired up to be a Jayhawk, but crazy stuff happens in November. It's the compete month. And you can't look behind. You can't look too far in front. Stay in the moment. Focus on what you control. Focus on your process because we know we're going to get their best Saturday, and we got to make sure we play ours.
Getting back to the defensive effort against San Jose, how much was that? Almost a kind of Iron Man effort. I mean, 2 or 3 weeks ago, you guys played 34, 36 guys and a little bit of a blowout win. And 9 of your starters played over 83% of the snaps. Your interior guys rotated, but I mean, you largely played that game with about 13, 14 guys on defense.
It was an absolute battle, and you go in knowing from injuries to guys banged up. It is what it is. This is what we got, and it's not just us going through it. I know there's a lot of teams in the country when it's going to game 11. Guys got to step up, and if that means these 11 guys got to be ready to play the entirety of the game, that's what this team needs you to do. And there's guys on our team that play on one special team. That's what we need you to do, though. We need you to play on that one special team to the absolute best. We need you to star in your role. For others, it means we're going to play every single snap on defense or offense. It's a team. It's the greatest team sport on the planet if you continue to focus on those things, and that's what we do. And so if it means we're going to play 12 guys in the entirety of a game, 14 guys, or find ways to rotate guys in because we have the depth and the personnel to do so, we'll do that. But we got to find ways to win these games. We know we're going to get everybody's best. And going into that game, especially how we were attacked, the personnel that we're in, we knew what we had to fight our tail off to do. And we didn't play it perfectly at all times. Like I said, we gave a bunch of yards and some scores that we need to get fixed. There's a lot of good things to clean up on film. But I keep coming back to very proud of how these guys battled and never flinched. And I never want to just highlight the win because it's not about wins and losses. It's about you growing every week. But I am proud of our guys never flinching and finding a way to win that game, that especially when you don't start the way we did.
In terms of finding, you look at your personnel that you had out there in the exact way that it was out there on defense. How many times have you guys maybe practiced that, before last week where you had Amarion, in the slot, and Marco now is out there, the middle linebacker, the whole game without Andrew?
Yep.
And how many times have you guys actually been able to practice with that personnel group out there?
We practice it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because, that's the reality of college football too, Jay. After a game, you find out who you got, and this is a guy that's going to be available. This is going to be a game time decision. This is going to be doubtful. This is a guy that can't play a whole game because of something he's dealing with. And so, and I'm proud of our coaches in all 3 phases. Say, hey, guys, this is what we got. Who's our backups? And at this point in the year, there might be one guy that backs up 4 positions. And obviously it takes a special young man to be able to do that, but that's just the reality. You don't have always 22 deep or 22 in total in both sides of the ball. So We practiced last week. Our guys did a good job in practice. Obviously, there's some things on film that we need to get fixed, but we put guys in different spots because we had to, and I'm proud of our guys responding.
So just with personnel, 3 different guys on kickoff. Cam Bakes has to return, fumbles if Dylan Riley comes in. What's the message to guys in a game when you go, maybe we're going to try someone else or try something different?
Yeah, so good question, and you guys know me well enough now to where if somebody fumbles or makes a mistake, we do not lose confidence in them. We went in that week knowing Cam Bates and Dylan Riley are going to go every other one. And they knew that going in. We're going to go every other one. And just because a mistake happened does not mean we lose confidence in that player. Now, how you practice and how you play directly correlates to how much more reps you're going to get. But one mistake, one misplay, we do not put guys in the tank. Like, I want to encourage them, and we attack success. I don't want them going out, I hope I don't mess up. I hope I don't mess up. I never want any of our players to fear failure. Now, there's repercussions for not playing your best. That will be reps, that will be time. But we went in that game knowing that Cam Bates and Dylan Riley will go every other in regards to kickoff return.
I guess what's the decision behind that as opposed to having just a starter? Is it because they're both freshmen, both deserve it? I guess just what's the thought process?
Yeah, both have not completely elevated themselves to be the only guy in those situations. Obviously, there's a lot of positions on our team where there are guys that have elevated themselves to be the starter every time. Those guys are young. They've both done some really good things, but no one has separated themselves to be the full-time kickoff returner yet.
Defense, I mean, I know San Jose State obviously has an elite passing attack, but that's been a little bit of an issue at times all
Yeah.
year. It seemed like in a lot of those kind of 50-50 jump ball types, I think San Jose came down with 8 of 11 of them.
I feel like they came down with every single one of them, to be honest with
Is
you.
it a technique thing? Is it just not turning around? Just what are you seeing from some of the DBs?
Yeah, it's a technique thing, and it's something we got to keep working. Obviously, we did last week, and I know that Coach DeMauro Warren, Coach Stockton, they do a phenomenal job with our back end. And that's not just my opinion. I see how it's coached. I see how it's taught. And everybody looks at the end result, which is what we're judged on. We're judged on the yards. We're judged on win-losses. I get that. But I see how our guys are taught now there and how the techniques and the intricacy of it. We got to find ways to finish those. We're in position. It's way different to me than if guys are running open, right? That's a lack of schematic. That's a lack of communication. That needs to get fixed. When it's one-on-one 50-50 balls and you come down with the amount they did, it's something we got to look at now. And we talked yesterday, like, how are we teaching this? Maybe it's a technique that we've liked prior that we need to evolve from, because in college football, you got to find ways to eliminate explosives. We did not do that on Saturday. By the grace of God and our players playing their tail off, we were able to create 4 turnovers. But you can't give up 450 yards passing and be happy. And even if we gave up 150, there'll still be things that we need to look at and grow in, BJ. But we got to find ways to continue to train those 50-50 balls to make sure we can execute more.
In terms of the follow-up on that, in terms of just turning around and making a play on the ball, is that just a split-second decision where they're not making the right decision? Break that down just a little bit further.
Yeah, it's all about time and space with it, Mike, in regards to where I'm at in relation to the receiver and where I'm at in relation to the ball, right? Am I in a winning position? Am I on the top shoulder? Am I on the bottom shoulder? And obviously this is happening in nanoseconds, and they do a really good job. I mean, they've got a bunch of double moves that they threw at us early. So as a DB, do I drive that hitch or do I wait for the double move? And that's offenses across the country. It's something we've seen all year. It's a technique thing. And yes, there's going to be opportunities to look and lean and be able to make a play on the ball. There's going to be times where I got to go through the receiver's hands to make a play on the ball. It's all dependent on where that ball is in relation to the receiver and where that our defender is in relation to the receiver as well. So it's stuff we're going to continue to look at. And we do not leave that game and think we're fine at it, because to your point, BJ, when you give up 8 of 11, whatever it was, that it can't happen. And we got to find ways to play better, and we will. Got to.
So you said that Maddox had his best game. I think you could argue for sure. Outside of the Cam had an early drop on 3rd down. After that, though, like as a group, was that your best wide receiver effort, especially after the catch? I mean, Cam, Prince, Matt, like all those guys made plays at some point in time after the catch against San Jose State.
Yeah, it was all. I think it was probably the best we've had as a total pass game. And I'm not even just saying look at the yards, just in regards to 10 guys getting the ball, yards after catch, and big-time catches too. I mean, we're talking 3rd and long, contested, on the sideline. Very proud of our receivers. Obviously, like I said, Maddox, I think, played his best game, but our receivers played extremely well. And what happens when you're able to get the ball to a lot of our playmakers, man, they block their tails off too. And they've done that all year long, but it's a testament to those guys. I mean, even Latrell Cables takes a big-time shot on the sideline, and we test him. We go through it all. He's able to come back in the game and have another big play. We had the one drop. Outside of that, I mean, there were some contested big-time catches on third down, and being able to get the ball to 10 receivers or 10 guys make catches is a testament to the depth of that group and a testament to, the entirety of our team that we want to find ways to get our playmakers the ball.
When you watch film of Ahmed's fumble recovery, just how impressed were you with the way? I mean, there were 3 San Jose State guys right there, and he somehow comes away with it.
I would put Ahmed on a scrum any day of the week. I could promise you that. And him finding a way to get that ball, I mean, huge play in the game. Even Jaden Verge the big shot that Ty Benefield had on that quarterback, and Jay find a way to come up with that fumble. I mean, there's just those plays in the game that's how college football swings. And momentum swings because of execution. And Ahmed finding a way to get that ball with 3 San Jose State players around him, that's his mentality. That's who he is. He's also one of the strongest guys probably in the country. And so I'm glad he was the one down there to find it.
Fourth down play where Shea had the tackle on the lineman. I mean, maybe overreacting to say a season-saving tackle, but I mean, just to make that play and in that spot and to recognize that and I know it wasn't 4th and goal, it was 4th and 1 or whatever, but just that spot right there to not let them get any points. How big was that?
Oh, I mean, BJ, at that point just how it led up to that. It's 14-0. We get the ball kicked off to us. We fumble it, right? So you're fighting. I mean, and I'm proud of our guys. Be like, nope, 3-0. Here we go. Put the fire out. Let's go. They drive all the way down to the 2-yard line or whatever it was, and being able to come away with no points, monster play in the game. You never know when those are going to come. Monster play in the game. They go up 21-0. I believe in our team. I believe in us in our place. That's hard, though. And we got to work our tails off to make sure we don't put ourselves in that situation. But that's a testament to our players, BJ. And obviously some of those plays, we never rep that play. I can promise you that. But our guys just having situational awareness, one, making a tackle with only probably a foot to gain, monster play in the game.
Ashton Jeanty, obviously getting a lot of workload. You're trying to win football games. You needed him here. At what point do you also feel like plan B, C, D is the responsibility of keeping him busy, keeping him active, keeping him in the high-profile Heisman race?
Yeah, I mean, we go in every week, Mike, and these are good questions that come up. We go in every week, what does it take for us to win this football game? And if you ask Ashton Jeanty, that's what he cares about too. And if that means giving him 30 or whatever carries, if it means some games 20, we go into a game, okay, what do we need to do to win that game? Because we know we're going to get a defense's best. Yes, we'd love to continue to find ways like we did this weekend to get our receivers the ball more, and they were very explosive. Breezy Dubar back healthy, getting him kind of smart. He had a good catch and run for a first down. Got to get him going more. Tyler Crow had a big run on third down. But Ashton Jeanty's our guy, and we got to continually find ways, yes, to protect him, but we got to do what it takes to win these football games. And so there's a lot that goes into a game, not only prep and practice-wise, Mike, and planning, but even in-game, kind of where we're at, what do we need to do to move the sticks. And if that's giving the ball to Ashton, we're going to give the ball to Ashton. If it's giving the ball to somebody else and creating some different looks that we need to, we'll do that as well.
Is there still hope that Sire plays this year?
Yeah, he's close, BJ. He's close. We're hoping to get him back. I know he's relentless to be back. We're getting close with Cy.
Has the 4-game, trying to preserve the red shirt, played into it at all?
No, right now he's not healthy enough to get back. And I think the world of Sire Gaines, and if he was able to play, obviously because of who he is, we'd have that conversation, but it's strictly due to the injury.
Tyler obviously came in and had that one nice pop and has been he's been very dependable for you when you needed him so far this year. Off the field, and just the dynamic between Ashton and Tyler, the backgrounds and everything about him is so opposite, but it seems like they really click as kind of as a duo. What do you see from that dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, first off, Tyler Crow, I mean, he's a team guy. He's a glue guy. He loves his team. If it's run the ball, if it's what we ask for him to do on special teams, I mean, he loves his team. That's how he is in the offseason, how he is on the field. He's a leader on our team, not just because he's a senior, but because of how much he cares about his team and he puts it into actions. And no different with his relationship with Ashton. I mean, they love each other. They care about each other. You won't see somebody more excited for Ashton when he has a play than Tyler Crow. And that's a testament to who Ashton is as a person. But then on the flip side, when Tyler Crow had that run on third down to move the chains late in the game, I don't know if you saw somebody more happy than Ashton for Tyler. So it's really cool to see those dynamics. And once again, the love that this group has for each other. There's a lot of, as we've talked about here for half an hour, there's a lot of things on film in all three phases we need to get fixed. But this team loves each other, man. And that's something that can be thrown out a lot. And you guys don't see it the way I see it. I see it. I see them how they interact. I see them at dinner when people are on their phone and they're loving each other. They're cracking jokes. They're having fun. Like there's a lot of deep connections that these guys will have forever, and that matters to me. Yes, that helps you win football games. It helps you find ways to grit out a win. But these guys are creating moments and creating relationships that they'll have forever. And Tyler Crow and Ashton's a close one.
Spencer, as you get further into the season, you kind of learn maybe like what the identity of your team is, and at least one of them is your guys' ability to finish.
Yeah.
Ashton Gentry leads the country in a lot of stats, but he has like 200 more fourth quarter rushing yards than just about any other back out there. You ever been around an offense that has been able to run the ball so effectively in the fourth quarter like you guys have, and what allows you guys to do that, you think?
Yeah, Jay. I mean, and I've been open about this too. We believe in wearing a defense down. That's around the football. It could be in the pass game. We want to consistently be on attack from snap one to whenever the clock says 0, and being able to stay in it. But that's easy to say. What's common is you kind of scratch what you went into the game with, right? It's easy. That just doesn't work. The defense is doing something different. We're going to go away from it. Coach Cutter does such a phenomenal job. Yes, making in-game adjustments because you have to, but staying true to our game plan. Stay in it. Stay in the fight. Yeah, it was a 1-yard gain. Stay on it. Stay on it. There's going to be compliments off of this. Stay with it, and you can see it start to wear down a defense, especially when we start getting to the fourth quarter. Obviously, just like everybody, I'd love to be explosive from snap one, and we have been, but sometimes it takes a little bit to, stay true to our plan, guys. Stay true to our plan. Running the football, passing attack, and being efficient on first and second down to make sure we're in some third and manageables, move the chains. And that's a testament, yes, to the plan we put into action from our coaches, but it's also our players. They know that. And we were even talking as a leadership group. Ben Dooley brought it up. He's like, man, I think this is the best we've been at making adjustments and then being able to go out there and execute them. From halftime to on the sideline, we're going to get different looks from a defense every week. To stop the run, to attack our play action pass game. That's happening. And then being able to see those things, adapt, adjust, and then be able to go out there and execute is a testament to our players.
I know you've been hoping for Roger to be able to come back. How close is he especially with Tyler going down, how close is he to?
Yeah, Roger's close too. And we'll see. Hopefully we can get some action from him this week. Sire's close. So little by little, just got to keep taking it one day at a time. And whenever they're ready and they're cleared, we'll be back rolling with them.
Spencer, how much do you value tackles for DBs? I mean, you got McCoy 11, Oladipo 9. On one hand, they're doing the job, but if they finish with 2 tackles, I guess it means they're not having to make them. How do you value a defensive stat like that for DBs?
Yeah, good question. Stat line for a defensive back or a defensive backfield, obviously one of the first ones you look at is passing yards and third downs. Those are the 2 big ones in regards to back end. But stats can also not tell you the full story too, because no different. When we get sacks, everybody highlights who got the sack. I think we have 2 of the best edge guys in the entire country. But what no one sees is there's a lot, that's tight coverage when that ball's not coming out either because of what our DBs are doing. And so in regards to the stat sheet off the game, like Amari McCoy making 11 tackles, I'm fired up for him. Now, some of those tackles were because we gave up a pass and he needed to make the tackle, so it can go in hand. But I am very proud of, and just to highlight Amari on like I did after the game, he played a new position. He had a bunch of different techniques that, yes, he's played, but it's different playing the slot than playing on the outside. You're getting a whole different route tree. And him staying resilient, and even on a couple of those throws that he gave up that he's been able to make plays on this year, he never flinched. And he's an emotional young man that loves his team. And seeing him stay in it and make some of those tackles and stay true to himself, I'm very proud of Omarion, and he's putting together a really good senior campaign. There's still some things on film, like we've talked about, some of the plays that we missed in the backfield that we need to improve on, but I'm proud of him. Even Devon Banks, I mean, he gave up some catches. Absolutely he did. I'm excited for us to grow from that. But a guy that prior to we were able to rotate a lot. I mean, he played dang near almost every snap on defense, played on a bunch of special teams, and obviously had a big pick six late. Don't like the whatever the personal foul penalty for the celebration. We will get that fixed as a team, I promise you. But I'm proud of him being relentless too. So there's going to be a lot of things that technically and fundamentally we need to fix in our back end. Schematically, there's some things that watching the game now, going into it, we're going to have to clean up. But I'm proud of our guys staying the fight. And when Amariel McCoy makes 11 tackles in the game, I'm proud of him finding a way to get those guys on the ground.